Today let's take a merging of arrays. Let's continue with merging of arrays. And in my last video I told you about the merging of arrays and the logic of the merging of arrays. We have taken two ascending order arrays, and I explained the logic of merging them into a single ascending order array. Now here I'm going to write the program for that. Let's understand how to write the coding for that. This is the prototype of the function void merge type. Here we will be passing the first integer array, the size of the first integer array, the second array, fine, the size of that array, and the third array, the resulting array, merged array. Now here we are taking integer arrays, so we are taking it as integer arrays here. It can be any array, a float array, double or character array, whatever you want, right? Now here, here you put a semicolon after this. Now we start with the main function here, int main, right? Here I take the arrays first. Let's call it as int array1. Give it a size, whatever size you want, right? This is the maximum size. Int array1. Let's call this array2, fine, and array3. Now array3. Here again, if you want, you can give a bigger size for this, or you can keep the same size. Let's put it as 50 here, fine. And then int s1 comma s2 comma s3, right? This is, I'm taking this for the size, right? Let's put this s3 is equal to 0. S3 is the size of the resultant array, the final array. So let's keep the size as 0 now. We will change it, right? Then see out how many elements do you want to enter in the first array. In the first array, fine, and here we take C in S1, same way, see out how many elements do you want in the second array, and this is C in S2, fine. After this, you can enter the elements into this array using your for loops, right? So I take for int I is equal to 0, I less than s1, I plus plus, right? Remember that this should be in ascending order, fine. So here you say C in array1 I, right? And now another for loop, right? So I'll the second for loop here, for int j is equal to 0, j less than s2, let's say here, because that is the size of the second array, right? J plus plus, and here you write C in array2 j, fine. So here we have taken the input of the two arrays. Now you have taken S3, which is the size of the third array. The size of the third array will be the size of the first plus the size of the second array, right? So once this is done, now we will call that merge function. Remember that prototype of the merge function, it was like this. First integer array, then the size, then the second one, then the size, and the third one, right? So here we will have to give it as array1 comma s1, array2 comma s2, and array3, right? Okay, this is the function call. Now I'll write the function first and then we will come back to this method. Fine. Now we are going to write the merge method. Now look at this method. This is what is important. Void merge. Here this is int array1 comma int s1 int array2 comma int s2 comma int array3, right? This is what you have, and then here you take some let me take a variable like this, int abc, right? Now here you see we put that for loop. In the last video I had explained the logic behind this. So here I have the for loop. For a is equal to 0, comma b is equal to 0, comma c is equal to 0, right? And then a less than s1, size of the first array, and b less than size of the second array, right? And here I put a semicolon. Fine. After that, close the for loop, the brackets there, not the for loop, the statement of the for loop, right? I'm not giving any incrementing or decrementing there, right? Now inside this, now here you give the if conditions. If array1 a, here we want it in the ascending order, right? Array1 a less than or equal to array2 b, right? This is the if condition. If the element in array1 is less, that means that element has to be put, right? So here you will write array3c is equal to array1a, fine, because that is the lesser one, and here you will write c++ and a++, advancing the subscript of the array 1 by 1, that is, it moves forward by one position because you have put the element of array 1, and this is the final array. So if you remember, if you look at the last video, it will become clear, wherein I have explained everything clearly. Now suppose I have like this. Now just quickly I'll just put something here so that you can refer to this, right? Now you have some elements, let's say we have to have it in ascending order, right? So let me put it like this, and this is let's say 5, 7, 8, 10, right? And this is your final array here, fine. Now okay, I'll write down the coding first. This is if condition, if else, right? In the else case, it will be array3c is equal to array2b, right? And here you will write c++ and b++, right? Now this is the for loop here. So depending on whichever element is put there, it will advance that by 1. So in this case 5 is less, means it will come to the else part, right? So this one, so array3c, array30 is equal to array20, and c++ it moves here, and b++ it moves here. Then the next time it compares, here it is here, 8 with 7, again 7 is less, so 7 is put here. This is again c++ and b++, fine. Now when 8 and 8 are compared, this 8 is put the first one, and this is moved here, this is moved here. 9 is compared with 8. Now this 8 is put, so it goes like this. Understood? Now after this, after closing this for loop, now the next thing that we check is, once we come out of the for loop, we check if A is less than S1, right? So to see which array has finished, I mean we have exhausted which array. If A is less than S1 means array B is finished. There are some more elements left in array 1. Array 2 is finished. There are some more elements left in array 1, right? So here you will write, while A is less than S1, you will just put the elements here, because all the elements of array 2 is already put. It is only the elements of array 1 which is left out, right? Okay. So here you will just write array 3C is equal to array 1 A, right? And you will do a C++ and A++, right? You can put C is equal to C plus 1, A is equal to A plus 1, like that also. Fine. This is the while loop. If A is not less than 1, so here the first thing I have written, if A less than S1, so the else part for that, so I have put a bracket there, so I will put it here. Else, you will just write while B is less than S2, because now if A is not less than S1, that means there are some elements which are left in the array 2, right? So that is the size of which is S2, right? Okay. So while B is less than S2, you will write array 3C is equal to array 2B, and here you will write C++ and B++, fine. And then we will close this while loop, this else part here, fine, okay. And then finally the function, right? So this function is not returning anything, it's a void function. After this we will go back to the main, right? So here basically the sorting is happening. I'll just explain this. If A is less than S1 part, in this case array B will be finished first, and there will be some elements left in array A, right? Array 1, that is array 2 will be finished, array 2 will be finished, and array 1 some elements will be left. So in this case, this one, we will come to this part, while B less than S2, because A is not less than, something left in array 1, I'm sorry. So the array B is exhausted, right? So A is still less than S1. If you look at this, this is array 1, right? A is still less than S1. S1 is the size of this array, but B is totally finished, right? So here these elements 11, 20 and 21, these will be put here. Array 3C is equal to array 1A, C++ and A++. So these elements you will keep on putting like this, 11, and this will be advanced here, this will be advanced here, then 20 will be put. So this goes on and 21 will be put, right? So this is the condition here which says while A less than S1, so it will go on till A is less than S1, the size of that array, fine. So this is basically the merge function which you have to write. This is what you have to learn properly. And then when you go back to the main function, after the merge is done, after that you can just display the merged array, that is array C, right? So that is a simple for loop which you will put for int I is equal to 0, I less than, now the size is S3 for that, right? Okay, I plus plus, and here you will write cout array 3I, right? And let's put some space here like this, fine. This will display the array and then return 0 for that main function, and then close the main function, fine. So this is basically the merge function. merge function, and the whole program I have written for that. This is the main function, and here I have written the merge function. Fine. So here we have got two ascending arrays, and we are merging those two ascending arrays into a third array. We are sorting it and putting it as a merged array, right? So with that, I come to the end of this session. In our next session, we will look at a different kind of merge in which we will have some descending order array also.